Let me put this in the screen so that I can get it a good cover for this video. Master WordPress, COVID life, and nice handy font work with Kenn. I don't know what they did with Facebook Live, but now we got a nice whole razzmatazz set up in here. Okay, so a question I often get and I often see and I often read about in discussions amongst the WordPress nerds is what is the best theme? And bits and pieces at times I see other coaches and just anywhere actually, the question becomes, what is the best theme for a coach's website? Or what's the best theme for coaching? And if you don't know what a theme is, I know there's a lot of newbies here. A theme is essentially a set of files for a website. It gives your web a theme, like visuals, colors, chosen fonts, layouts, and it's a highly visual and user experience authored theme that you install on WordPress, so that your website has, your brand or your color or your energy, your feeling about it. So it's really a front-end visual user experience kind of setup for your WordPress. WordPress is more the tech platform. The theme goes on top of it. It's what we see, all the visuals. And then on top of the theme, you build in content like words, videos, images, although some of the theme has images, the borders and the colors and stuff. But that's what a theme is. And I often see the question of what is the best theme for coaches? And as a web designer for 20 years, 15 years on WordPress, and I messed around with themes, played with themes, and I'm going to give you my take on what to do with themes, to find the best theme and what's important. And what I don't want you to do is lose sight of your business. I don't want you to be researching 10 different theme companies out there, trying to learn each one. And by the way, in my experience, it doesn't really matter what theme you use. They all boast being the best and easiest at different things, but they take time. They take time to learn, take time to use, customize, screw up, change things, reorder content, do this, put your logo in, find out it doesn't match, add your image, and your image doesn't match with the thing, but you like the color blue, and then you change its other color to try and match it, and something's not right. There's the biggest thing that you need to be considerate about when you do work on your WordPress website is time. You don't want to spend a hell of a lot of time. Yes, there's some learning and some ramping up and some, it's good to get some design eye and some content advice on how your site's going to be, but ultimately you can't be spending a lot of time on this. And when I see the question of which is the best theme for a coach, or even just in general, what's the best theme? You get 100 different people with 100 different opinions. It's just like, what is the best hosting? 100 people, 100 different opinions. And even what's the best coaching school? What's the best coaching technique? Everyone's going to have their own opinions about what they've learned and what they can do. But in the end, what really matters is that you pick a good one, and they'll be obvious because, and I'll tell you in a moment how to pick a good theme. And take the time to learn it and then move on. Get good content, get visible, get your marketing going, get a system in place that clients can see, learn about you, react, and then engage with you. I don't want you to research. In fact, as a web designer and a tech nerd and a total lover of learning, gadgets, technology, and playing with these things, I would not be in business if I tried to learn all these things. I'd be a pig in shit because I'd be loving to learn all these things. I'd be playing with technology forever, plugins and all these things. But at the end of the day, as a coach running a business, you need to be spending if you want a part-time business, 10 to 20 hours, maybe 20 hours a week. That's got to include your marketing and client work. If it's full-time, 40, 50 hours a week, excuse me, you'll need to be whatever time on your marketing. You cannot spend all this time learning new things. And that's a tricky thing because I know a lot of coaches I've seen it. They've got, maybe 10 to 20 different coaching credentials, schooling skills that they've learned. When, in my opinion, the value, the get good at technology and themes and even coaching, getting the hours down with clients, doing a lot of it is really where you become a master at things. There's this whole story about pottery. Two groups. One group studied the techniques, read about it, learned, studied and just made sure and learned everything they can before they started making pots. The other group knew nothing and went in and just made pots from day one. We made them over and over, these pots on a spinning thing. And at the end of this the trial period or the test, they found out that people who did the same pots over and over and over and had no training made better quality, stronger, better looking pots than the people who had a lot of education and very little hands-on. So where does that bring us? Back to this theme. Themes and which is the best WordPress theme. I'll list out a handful of the ones that I see that people like, but there'll be debate over which is the best, which is this and that. And again, what I'm going to say is that you will take time to learn it. And you choose among the best few. I'll give some hints about what I know about which one's best and what I've heard about them. But I know that if I went on a different theme among the top few and I learned that one, I'd be just fine with it. And it's not about so much the theme. It's about you not wasting a lot of time, you making sure you get the theme looking good and get your functionality in there, but get the content on there, get the site out there, and so get clients coming in. So it's worth picking a good theme. And I've played with a few themes, and again, I've always come to that. It's just going to take time to learn it. Learn a tool, make the most of it, and apply it. The theme I use is the Divi theme from Elegant Themes. The hosting I use is Bluehost from Bluehost. And there's a tutorial in here. You should follow that because I'll walk you step by step through everything. And I'll give you tips and pointers on choosing a domain name, etc. So you should do the tutorial. If you do use the setup that I recommend, and again, other ones will work fine. But the videos and tutorials and the things I talk about will be much more applicable to you because you're using the tools that I'm talking about. So I'm very good at the few tools that I use. I know of the other ones, and I'm not about to go learn them to train people on them because, again, that's a waste of my time and your time. Our time is better spent not losing the big picture of what you're trying to accomplish, which is a coaching business with clients who pay you. They get a lot of value, you get paid, and everyone's better off. So let me list out which are the best themes. And do I have anything else to say? I do want to say that, times are wacky and we'll be spending time at home, which I love because I get to go nutty on my computer more. I got to watch out for that. But hey, I'm here. I'm here in this group to provide help so that coaches who are doing their own websites, they'll learn WordPress faster than slower, help you breeze past technology issues, think better about getting past technologies. And I'm also going to make sure you don't lose sight of the big picture of getting out there and getting clients. But for now, yes, let's learn WordPress. Let's get your site up. Let's get a theme in place. Let's get it looking good, again, without wasting time. And ideally, make sure that everything is appealing to your clients and authentically reflecting you. There's a tall order here, a lot of things we need to get in place. But for the perfect theme, there isn't one. There are good ones, and it's how you use it. It's more important than which theme you use. And I'll list a couple of the ones on there. Part of my little nerdy techie side wants to play with one of them. And I may give myself some indulgence time to mess around with some other themes and plugins. There's a few cool ones out there. And these bells and whistles, they're fun. But you can also make sure you keep them in check because they will destroy your business if you just spend time learning too much stuff. Hey, I hope this new Facebook platform is going to come out great. This new editing, recording environment. I don't see my number one fan on here. Gideon, where are you? I hope this video comes out because the one I did earlier got messed up. All right, guys. COVID life. It's time to master WordPress, control your website, and create the vision of your coaching dreams, the coaching business of your dreams, your coaching vision, something like that. Let's get to it.